So I think this is a really difficult time for the C-suite and CEOs from a publicity standpoint. And I think part of that decision-making process is, do I keep my PR in-house, or do I go and get outside experts? Do I hire a PR consultant or PR agency? Right. So when a company is looking to make those sort of decisions, what should they be looking at? Whether they should go in-house or bring in a PR agency?
So a good question. So yeah, do you stay in-house with a PR team or a person? Do you bring on an agency? There's a number of factors to consider there. Certainly budget, bandwidth, whether you've got somebody in-house or an agency team or person, there's a commitment there that you're making. In the best case scenarios, the ideal scenarios, it really is a partnership between a couple of key stakeholders internally, certainly the marketing team as well, and then the folks who are more so on the front line from a PR standpoint. I understand budgets are really tight right now. There's pluses and minuses on both sides. Certainly, I've been an agency person for decades, and now I've stepped out on my own. And I'd like to think that the position that I'm in now, I'm best suited to be helping clients make decisions like this, to suss it out based on those factors that we can look at. And I do think that, so financially, it's going to be probably less expensive in certain ways to go with an in-house person, but you have to look at the trade-offs for that. If you're losing the resources of having an agency partner with you, what's the cost of technology? We'll talk about measurement, I'm sure, in a little bit, because everybody does ask that question. But good measurement takes the ability to measure in advance and measure after, and you need software in order to do that. And you might not want to invest in that if you're an individual brand. That's why you have agencies who spend tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands, when you get to the bigger guys on technology. So those are some of the trade-offs. I think an arena that's working really well right now, I've seen a couple of things. So I've seen folks eliminate the PR department completely internally and go only with even outsourcing their CMO. I think that's a really interesting structure right now. And then I also have seen folks that, again, are calling back their internal teams, but then bringing on somebody like myself, like some of my other partners, that can be that outside voice, that play that devil's advocate. We have more exposure just by the nature of what we do. And it helps keep them on their toes and give them the perspective they need so they don't get a little too much, either, drinking their own Kool-Aid or living in their own bubble. Mm-hmm. Pick your metaphor. Yeah. So I think there's no black and white easy answer there.